Morning, everybody. I'd like to call the CD committee to order. Roll call.
Mr. Steingart.
Here.
Mrs. Labuda.
Here.
Mrs. Geiger. Mr. Benson.
Here.
Ms. Vetter.
Here.
There's no presentations, discussions, or resolutions, so we'll go right to program updates. Joe?
I apologize for not having my report in. I took a much needed vacation last month. But not much has changed. We're still just closing out the few grants that we do have that ended at the end of September and October, and starting the new one, the transportation RBOD, hopefully next month.
Then you got the final draft also from Wiley. I guess I shouldn't bring it up.
Yes, we got the final work product from Wadley Donovan on the 30th, and now we're just kind of auditing it, and we'll then take it to the steering committee on October 15th to kind of go over and review so that we can get that up to USDA.
Auditing's fine, don't edit.
Okay.
What was it?
Okay. Anything else? Laura?
There's not a lot new from my report except with the government shutdown. We're right now, we have carry-in money and the first part of our first quarter of the allocation. So we're right now doing a detailed spending of how far that's gonna take us. Hopefully things will be resolved. I've had one conversation with Josh, and once I have all my detail done, then I'll sit down with him again and show him. We've suspended training, because that money we were supposed to get October 1st is our training dollars. So we have to wait until they get it together down there. So we currently, so we just suspended our training for right now.
Well, they make us look good at least.
Don't get cocky.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
really.
I'm
going for It's not good to have them as your benchmark.
The World War II.
You don't want to say anything about the numbers, the unemployment numbers? They were.
It's a mixed bag, because some of that, there are people that are finding work, but understand the work they're finding is for less money than they were making, some of it's part-time, and there are some people that have just given up still, because there's some stuff going on, but not a lot at a decent wage. So we're kind of in this, it's a real mixed bag.
Are we doing any follow-ups on the number of people who retain their jobs after a certain amount of time, or do we have the ability to do that?
We do. We don't have it. One of my performance measures is we have entered employment, we have retained employment, and we have
Oh, okay.
average earnings. So it's like a 6-month out one. I have just got the final numbers from our last program year, which goes from July 1st to June 30th. Internally, we have all of our OJT folks that we've given a lot more time, attention, and case management to. We're following them to see if there's a difference in the intensity of service versus the general group of people that we serve.
That's fine, the more jobs, the better, that's all I'm saying.
Absolutely, absolutely. The more retained jobs.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. Jennifer called in today that she won't be able to make it. The only thing I'll announce is we'll be having a groundbreaking for the red meat facility next week. So after all that time, the land is in the IDA. They transferred from the village to the IDA. So it should be on the 10th at 4 o'clock, a couple hours before the partnership dinner.
What day
They'll
is
be
that?
Thursday? Hope I'm not announcing it prematurely. It was pretty firmed up though.
Will they send out?
Yeah, we'll send to yes. You'll be getting notification today, I believe, and we'll do a press release. I see Mark's not here.
I just had a question about the food hub piece.
Yes.
I had gotten some inquiries from constituents on if there's has been any plan or discussion about, who's gonna be supplying for the food hub, or you're not there yet?
The operator?
No, was there any research done on what producers are out there to provide product for the
Yes,
food hub?
there was. I don't have that with me, but that was part of our CFA process. So it was detailed information that they reached out on both the supply and demand end.
Okay,
That was-
because people are asking me if they're gonna be able to provide product for the food hub, and I don't have that information on how.
I would say it would be open to everybody. That's the whole idea, that it's different than most food hubs. It's a less than full delivery, so small amounts are gonna be able to be picked up. And the whole idea is that the farmer is not gonna have to go to the distribution. There's gonna be trucks going around.
I guess at what point will there be, like a,
Outreach.
yeah, an outreach or a list maybe, because people have approached me and said, will I be able to sell such and such product there? So, is
Well,
there?
once we have in contract with the operator, I'm sure that it'll start, they'll take over from that point. But as far as I'm concerned, it's gonna be open, you're not gonna be able to just go and buy like one radish or sell one radish, but, the whole idea is for helping the small farmer.
Right, but so far, there hasn't been an outreach to producers, but you've done the research to see
There was an
what we
outreach
have.
for part of the CFA process to make sure that there is a need and a demand to make sure that it'll be successful. So did we go to everybody? No, but we certainly did a large enough survey to make sure that there is a need and a demand, and supply and demand.
At some point, it'll be opened up so people can come in and.
Of course. But we're still, we did get dollars already, but we're still waiting. The CFA is certainly a large
And is there a
percentage.
location for that cited yet?
We're in negotiations now for a site. I'm hoping that we'll have a contract in the next couple weeks.
Not to bring up a sore subject, what's going on with the Apollo? Do we have any movement on that?
Yeah, I've been getting calls from Steve, looking to sign the document as soon as possible, and I'm following up on that.
Because I'm getting a lot of calls as well, just so you're aware.
It's not from the developer, they want to proceed. I know there's been things on social media saying the opposite. That's not the case. They want to proceed very much. In fact, I know they're planning to go to a convention next week for possible, to try to get stores for the facility. So. Okay.
I just have one more question about the food hub itself. Our county food hub would be marketing to the metropolitan area, because there's other regional food hubs being developed as well.
Well, we're doing it in coordination with another region. So, yes, they're gonna distribute it locally as much as possible. And whenever excess will be brought and distributed all over. Obviously, a lot of it going to the metropolitan area. But
Yeah, I'm really excited about it, by the way. So I
Yeah.
think it's, there's a lot of inquiries about the process itself so that people can access the food hub and understand how it works, so.
the whole concept of it, where it's different, is that it's taking the pressure off the farmer from having to find the distribution network to get rid of it, and the process of billing and the whole thing and marketing themselves, that here you have somebody who has the distribution network, they're picking up, so basically the farmer could be involved in just processing, the product that they're selling. And this, the food hub is gonna be responsible for the distribution.
And is there any discussion about like a branding, part of it as well, so that the products coming out of the food hub will be branded Sullivan County Fresh or something like that? Has there been any discussion?
That would be
about
with, that's further along than where we are at this point.
Okay.
But the person running the facility, they're trying to get that image out there.
You have somebody.
We have been talking to somebody. So we don't have any signed contract, but yes.
Okay.
Is there work being done to coordinate it with Cornell, since they're having their,
They were very involved in the CFA process.
good. Okay.
They would provide the statistics statistics on producers and what we produce here and.
Yeah, and Todd Erling, we brought in a whole bunch of experts to put our proposal together, so. Okay. Roberta?
I'm just gonna add to what we already have in here, some of the things that are happening right now. Today we have, the New York State Convention Bureau, the DMOs here in the county for 2 days, so I'll be leaving here to run up there, but we also have an international beauty pageant hosted here, this is the 5th year, in a row, so that's been expanding and growing, and that's here all weekend. We'll be hosting the travel editor this weekend for AAA Car and Travel. She'll be utilizing and going through and touring. We've prepared an itinerary of AAA businesses that she's gonna be touring in our county, so she'll be arriving tomorrow morning and we've got her all set. We are working right now with the college, and a sportsman and outdoor recreation show. We want to expand it, we want to do the sportsman's component to it, and we want to bring the outdoor recreation. So we've been having some significant meetings. We've pulled a date together, March 22nd at the field house at the college. We're looking for it to be quite a big event, so stay tuned, I'll give you more details, but we've gone through, secured a lot of the teams and the groups to be a part of this, and looks like it's gonna be a great success. And from that, we're also parlaying into, originally they were going to do hopscotch and vine. We're gonna work with them and try to bring in the food component as well, so we'll have more of a, not only spirits and wine and craft beers, but we'll also be bringing in the food component, more of an Epicurean type, with our own in our backyard. So I will give you more updates on that as we start to have it all kind of gel together, but those are our targets right now on those two events forthcoming. We've been working to secure that the 45th anniversary is one of the mainstay events for I Love New York's focus in 2014, and it looks as though they're listening, because any of the promotions that they're putting on asking for anniversaries, they're prefacing it with the 45th and the 75th of the Baseball Hall of Fame. So we seem to be the two that they've already kind of agreed that that's going into